What has happened in Ireland this week is no more than a sticking plaster over the problem. I've no doubt that it'll be Portugal next. It may be Belgium thereafter, my favourite country. And if it gets to Spain, if we have to bail out Spain, then remember that the Spanish economy, the Spanish debt, is 7 times that of Ireland. At that point, all the money will have run out. The euro will not continue to exist in its current form, and frankly, thank goodness for that, because these countries like Greece and Ireland are trapped inside an economic prison. What they need now desperately is to get their own countries back, to devalue and to get back to running their own economies, and the sooner it happens, the better.
Well, there are so many quotations, Ken Clarke, of what you said about joining the euro, but perhaps the best one is when you said to Tony Blair, I believe if you miss the opportunity to stay out too long, it'll do great harm to this country. Were you wrong about the euro, and is it now doomed?
I haven't changed my mind at all. Paddy and I actually had a lot of conversations with Tony Blair.
Early on in favour?
Well, we thought he should get the referendum in principle over, but that's all under the bit. Britain's not going to join the euro now, I quite accept that. But British commentators have been forecasting, it's a feature of the British debate, sort of hangover from all our war, that they forecast the death of the euro about once every 6 months. I happen to believe that one of the things that's unlikely to happen is the end of the euro. Indeed, it's quite obvious there's a great political commitment to it. I also think that this crisis is not caused by the euro. That is my opinion. The idea the Irish would have been all right if they'd had the Irish punt and another couple of percentages on their interest rates is, in my opinion, naive folly.
But hang on, could they not have devalued and therefore solved their own problems?
But they would have been devalued in a big way.
They would have been devalued, but
all these countries have gone into trouble in slightly different ways, but Ireland's really followed the path of the United States, the United Kingdom and Iceland. Banking folly and a property boom, and a belief that cheap credit could be given to everybody and there was no risk involved. And it bust Northern Rock in the United Kingdom. We were in sterling. And it's bust all 3 Irish banks, and the government rather rashly guaranteed the deposits of these 3 banks and the debts of these banks, and the debt is bigger than the people of Ireland can afford. That's the problem they're in, and the British keep distorting it, saying, well, it must be something to do with that euro.
So is the euro a good thing in your view?
Would you still like to see Britain join it? It's very good for the eurozone. If the Greeks and the Irish had not been in the euro, I don't know where they'd be now, because they'd be both very, very belly up and the equivalent of defaulting Central American states in the past.
So long term, would you still like to see Britain in the euro? In the
I don't. But no, this government's not going to join the euro.
I didn't ask you that. I said, would you still like to see Britain one day in the euro?
I have no idea. It's not going to happen in my day.
You have no idea whether you have an idea.
Well, no. I know what's happened. The country's acquired a fixation about the euro, and the idea
it was you that had a fixation about it.
If we have some bad weather this weekend, Nigel will say it's because of the euro. And you will not persuade people to join it. I have given up believing that I will live to see the euro. The economic case of the euro is a single market actually works better if you have a common means of exchange and you don't have wild exchange rate fluctuations between trading partners. Now, it's the only genuine argument about the euro, and very people I very much respect disagree with me very strongly, is were we convergent enough in our economy to join, or were we so different that we couldn't? You can debate that for hours, not here, but it's irrelevant. It's not going to happen. We're not going to join. We must rescue Ireland. It's a friendly country. We have a land border, very important. All right, our economies are integrated.
We talked about that last week.
We'll get a great deal of trouble if the Irish economy goes down.
Gloria De Piero.
This is not about the euro. This is about the failure of the banking system. Yeah. And if anybody needed any evidence about that, then look at the difficulty that we're in. We're not in the euro. America and Iceland, obviously, of course. Now, for